Hello students, in this video we will study the chemical properties of acids, bases, salts as well as their uses. Student, what happens to an acid or a base in a water solution? Do acids produce ions only in aqueous solution? Let us study with the help of the activity into that activity HCl gas is produced. Take 1 gram of sodium chloride into round bottom flask. Then same amount of sodium hydrogen sulfate which is easily available that decreases the pH. Mix mixture thoroughly. Now take a test tube with a small amount of water. Place it into the ice bath beaker which having the crushed ice. It has to dissolve the HCl gas. Then fix the thistle funnel like small tube at the top of the round bottom flask that attached to the delivery tube which should sink into the test tube. Now start heating, then hydrogen chloride gas start to produce C into the test tube. At first very small bubbles start to come, then begin speed up over the time. You see the bubbles are increasing. If you think enough gas is dissolved, then take it up. Start to take up. Now put 1 drop of liquid on the blue litmus paper. You can see it turns into the red color, indicating that we have prepared the hydrochloric acid. It proves that it is acidic in nature. Student, this process we have shown in the diagram of NCERT book. Here hydrochloric gas turns moist blue litmus paper into the red color. If we take dry litmus paper, then such a change we are not able to see. It will not occur. In moist or wet form, only the hydrochloric acid shows ionization that turns the color. Let us study how ionization takes place in water into the aqueous form. The separation of H plus ions from hydrochloric acid molecule takes place only in water. Without water, ionization unable to take place. See in the reaction, HCl plus H2O gives H plus and Cl minus ion. Hydrogen carries positive charge and chloride ions carries the negative charge, that is cation and anion. The positively charged hydrogen ion cannot exist alone. They exist after combining with water molecule. Thus, they readily combines with water molecule forms hydronium ion. These hydronium ions shows acidic nature that turns blue litmus paper into the red color. Let us to do some more activities to understand the chemical properties of acids and bases. How do acids react with metals? Dilute acids react with metals, forms metal salt and releases the hydrogen gas. Different metals have their own reactivity. Some are highly reactive, some are moderately reactive. Moderately reactive zinc metal granules react with the dilute acid, form zinc sulfate and releases the hydrogen gas. You keenly watch this demonstrative chemical reaction. Take a test tube, arrange on the stand with the help of clamp. Then take 3 ml of hydrochloric acid into the test tube with the help of dropper. This particular acid has a concentration 6 mole. Then we can take a zinc metal, it is a highly reactive. We can take zinc granules, otherwise piece of zinc metal. Zinc metal is very shiny as well and look like it's a silver in color. It is rigid metal. When we drop this zinc metal into the acid, then you can see the bubbles of hydrogen gas rapidly comes out. We will put inverted test tube at the top of it. So we can collect a hydrogen gas as possible as maximum. As you know that gas rises upward direction, it is a lighter than air, so it will remain upward side of the test tube. It will remain upward side of the test tube By the touch of the test tube, we feel it's a very warm, it's quite hot. So this is an exothermic reaction. You can see still hydrogen gas is produced. It is entrapped inside the test tube. This gas is colorless, tasteless, odorless. When we satisfy that sufficient hydrogen gas is collected, then we can remove the inverted test tube stand carefully. This test tube should not be upright, it should be inverted form because the lighter gas is collected inside. Carefully remove that reaction test tube. Now let's see what happens when flame of stick hold at the mouth of test tube. Hydrogen gas is flammable, that you knowing. Let's see how it burns when we take this burning stick near at the mouth of test tube. It makes a pop sound and explosive burning. See again. Now the flame is going inside the test tube. See, hydrogen gas, innermost hydrogen gas also burns. Combustion takes place inside it. Now touch it, the test tube you touch, you feel it's warm. Means it is an exothermic reaction. Now bringing it closely to the camera, you can see inside the test tube the condensed water which is present at inner side of or inner wall of the test tube. Means when hydrogen burns, it reacts with oxygen, forms little amount of water. It condenses inside the test tube. I hope you understand. On combustion of the hydrogen, it forms water because oxygen gas is supporter of combustion. It get combined with hydrogen, forms water molecules that condenses innermost side of the test tube, and it burns with highly flammable bright flame, explosive bright flame. Now student, this reaction is shown in a diagrammatic way. See the setup of the apparatus in the diagram. One test tube is fixed on test tube stand. In that test tube we will take 5 ml of sulfuric acid. In that acid we will take powdered form of the zinc metal. Each zinc particle, granulated zinc particle, complete surface area is easily available to react with acid. It forms zinc sulfate salt and releases the hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas passes through the delivery tube. Another end of the delivery tube is a sink into the soap solution that is taken into the flask. You can see number of bubbles are formed on the surface of the soap solution. Student, when gas dissolves into the soap water, forms bubbles. Gas is lighter than water. It starts to come on the surface. If you keep burning candle near to it, then evolved highly flammable hydrogen gas burns with a bright flame and pop sound. It proves that hydrogen gas is released on the reaction of acid with the metal. Can you now write the equation for the reaction that you just observed? That is, solid zinc metal reacts with sulfuric acid, forms zinc sulfate salt, and hydrogen gas is released. Students, you have to take care when solid metal is present. At that time you have to write S. Whatever the state of that matter means compound, you have to mention in small bracket form. If it is a gas, then you have to denote it by that gas as a upward headed arrow. Another metal, that nothing but the magnesium metal, when react with hydrochloric acid, it forms magnesium chloride salt, releases the hydrogen gas. Same way, iron metal react with sulfuric acid, forms pale green color ferrous sulfate salt and releases the hydrogen gas. If you comparatively looking that rate of evaluation of hydrogen gas, then you can say that magnesium metal is a highly reactive than zinc, zinc is more reactive than iron, and iron is reactive than copper. Now we will study the acids react with weak base, that is sodium bicarbonate or sodium carbonate. First of all, you see the chemical reaction, then you will write the equation of it. Take sodium carbonate into the test tube, that is fixed at the stand. Next, take lime water into another test tube. This lime water is known as slacked lime or calcium hydroxide water, that keep in a test tube stand. Then close the test tubes with a two-holed rubber cork containing thistle funnel and the delivery tube. The funnel-shaped thistle funnel is used to pour acid into the test tube, and the delivery tube passes the gas into the solvent. Place another end of the delivery tube into the lime water. Now we are adding about 2 ml of hydrochloric acid to the sodium carbonate. We'll take into the beaker and pour through the thistle funnel into the test tube. Observe carefully what happened here. The gas which is formed into the test tube, that is passed into the lime water. Then lime water turns milky. Same activity we will study if excess CO2 gas is passing through the lime water. Then what will happen? See now. Students, we will take calcium hydroxide solution into the lime water. It is slacked lime. Another salt we will take into the flask, that is a weak basic in nature, sodium carbonate and sodium bicarbonate. Then we'll take sodium carbonate into the test tube and we'll pour hydrochloric acid in it. Before that, we have to keep ready delivery tube and rubber cork that gently put into the test tube and pass the prepared gas, CO2 gas, into the lime water. The CO2 gas dissolves into the lime water. This calcium hydroxide gets converted into calcium carbonate, which turns into white milky precipitate. The maximum CO2 gas is passed through that. Then it forms precipitate, that is an insoluble calcium carbonate, which is white in color. But excess CO2, if we are passing, this carbonate get converted into the bicarbonate. Excess CO2 dissolves the precipitate, disappears the precipitate and converts into the bicarbonate. Bicarbonate, calcium bicarbonate is clear, transparent solution. It proves that CO2 gas is passed through this reaction. Now, this experimental setup is represented by diagram, that is diagrammatic setup shown as it is you performed in activity based. Same way here test tube is fixed at test tube stand. In it hydrochloric acid is taken as well as sodium bicarbonate is poured and it prepared the CO2 gas. That gas is passed through the delivery tube into the lime water. Lime water turns milky. Here to pour acid, thistle funnel also arranged. Let's study this activity. We will study with the help of the reactions. Nothing but the chemical equation. Acid reacts with metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate. Sodium carbonate either we can take in solid state or aqueous, then add sulfuric acid. It forms sodium sulfate, salt, water and CO2 gas is released out. Now another reaction, that is nothing but the sodium bicarbonate, which is weak base, that react with hydrochloric acid that forms sodium chloride salt, which is water soluble, and releases the carbon dioxide gas. In both reactions, CO2 gas is released, that we will confirmed by lime water. Non-metallic acidic oxide gas, that is CO2 gas, is passed through the lime water. It turns white milky color. It is semi-solid as a colloidal solution. Still, if we pass the CO2 gas through it, then calcium carbonate precipitate dissolve in it. It forms completely soluble calcium hydrogen carbonate solution. And this calcium hydrogen carbonate solution is completely soluble into the water. It proves that when acid react with carbonate, metal carbonate or metal bicarbonate, it releases the CO2 gas. Students, acids react with metal oxides, form salt and water. Metal oxides are basic in nature. For example, copper oxide reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, forms blue-green colored copper chloride salt and water. Here hydrogen gas reacts with oxygen, forms water. Same way, zinc oxide, grey colored base, react with dilute hydrochloric acid, forms water soluble zinc chloride salt and the water. Now take third example, that is aluminium oxide, nothing but the bauxite, that react with 6 molecules of hydrochloric acid, forms aluminium chloride and water. Now you can read this slide, that is acid react with a base, they exchange their radicals and forms salt and water. This reaction is known as neutralization reaction. You already studied in previous classes. Our common example of the reaction is nothing but the sodium hydroxide reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, forms sodium chloride salt and water. There are number of examples, like as a potassium hydroxide react with sulfuric acid, it forms potassium sulfate and water. There are number of reactions related to acid reacts with the base, forms salt and water. Phenolphthalein and methyl orange are synthetic indicators. Let's study the neutralization reaction with the help of indicators. Indicators are showing different colors in acidic, basic and neutral medium. Take 4 beakers, pour NaOH into one beaker and hydrochloric acid into another beaker. Note both are colorless. Initially take phenolphthalein indicator, add 2 to 3 drops in NaOH. See, very bright pink color is appeared. Then add into hydrochloric acid. There is no change in color. It remains colorless. Pink color in alkali and colorless in acid. Again we have same NaOH, alkali and hydrochloric acid into the beaker. Now we will take methyl orange indicator, add 2 to 3 drops of methyl orange into the alkali, mix it well. See, yellow color is appeared. Add into hydrochloric acid. You can see very nice red color is appeared. Shake it well. Yellow in alkali and red color into the hydrochloric acid. Student, methyl orange shows orange color in neutral solution. Let's perform the neutralization activity in acid-base reaction. We'll take one more beaker of hydrochloric acid with methyl orange and will neutralize with adding NaOH in it. Drop-wise we will add alkali means NaOH into the acid. Acid gives H plus ions and base is giving OH minus ion. H plus and OH minus are reacting with each other forms the neutral, means water. Now we will see the change in color in neutral, what type of the color it will show. Already we have studied in acid, it shows red coloration, yellow color into the base, you can see, and we'll see now into the neutral solution what type of the color will appear. Dropwise we will add in it, shake it well so solution in that all OH minus ions get mixed in acid. There is a change in color. Now color becomes slowly becomes orange. It becomes very faint of the acid and will turn towards the orange color. Now add some more drop in it. See the change in color. You can compare the colors, that is NaOH in yellow, orange, and hydrochloric acid have the red color. Observe the color very keenly. This is orange color. In neutral, methyl orange shows the orange. It's a natural own color. Means here neutralization reaction takes place. NaOH reacts with hydrochloric acid, forms water. There is no H plus, there is no OH minus ions. Now we will add one more basic, means NaOH in that middle beaker. Whenever one droplet of the base is more, then it will show the basic color. That is, in base, methyl orange is yellow in color. It will appear into the yellow color. Let's see. Now we are adding dropwise the NaOH into the hydrochloric acid. You can see gently within moment the color get changed. It becomes yellow color. Means here the excess amount of hydroxide ions are present into that solution. Now this is not the neutralized water. It is basic in nature. And that's why methyl orange shows the yellow coloration into the basic. Here we performed the reaction, neutralization, how acid are reacting with the base and they are showing their own coloration. With the help of indicator we are performed the indicator colors, and with the help of that we studied the reaction. We move towards the uses of mineral and organic acids. Here only some of the uses are given, like as a sulfuric acid. It is used to prepare paints, plastics, drugs, detergents, films, fertilizers. Some mineral acid like hydrochloric acid, nitric acid and copper sulfate salt. Sulfuric acid is used in refining of petrol and petroleum products. It is used in automobile batteries. Another acid is nitric acid. It is used to prepare dyes, means color, drugs, explosives, fertilizers, plastics, and purification of noble metal like gold and silver. Student, sulfuric acid and nitric acid uses are approximately same. Now we'll take third mineral acid that you well known about it, named as hydrochloric acid. It is used to prepare glue and different metal chloride salt. The most important use, it acts as a catalyst. In presence of it, the rate of reaction increases or decreases, or reaction proceeds into the further step. Hydrochloric acid is used as a reagent for different chemical synthesis, and hydrochloric acid is used as a solvent in different chemical reactions. Now we will discuss about the organic acid uses. Acetic acid is known as vinegar. It is used to preserve pickle. It is very good flavoring agent. Another acid is citric acid. It is present into the all sour taste fruits, that is vitamin C fruits. It is very good preservative. Now powdered form of the boric acid is very smooth and slippery in touch. We sprinkle on carom board. It reduces the friction. So we can easily strike that wooden disc on the board easily. It acts as an insecticide as well as it is used to wash the eyes. Another acid is the oxalic acid. It removes the stain of ink or dye. Tartaric acid is an ingredient of baking powder. It plays important role into the baked product test. In absence of the tartaric acid, the baked product becomes bitter in taste. Baking soda gives bitter taste. So it plays important role into the baking powder. Second last acid is nothing but the carbonic acid. It dissolved with a high pressure into the cold drink for fizzing the drinks. Carbonic acid gives particular flavor to that cold drink. And the last organic acid is nothing but the benzoic acid. It is used for food preservation. Students, up to that we studied chemical properties of acids. Now we will study chemical properties of bases. For example, alkalis react with metals. It forms salt and releases the hydrogen gas. There are only two metals that reacts with alkali, that is zinc and aluminium metal. On heating, zinc metal reacts with diluted form of the sodium hydroxide solution. It forms sodium zincate salt and releases hydrogen gas. Same way, aluminium metal reacts with the same alkali, that is sodium hydroxide, forms sodium aluminate salt and releases hydrogen gas. Student, these zinc and aluminium metals are known as amphoteric metal. Do you know why? Because these are reacting with acids as well as base and releases same type of the gas, that is hydrogen gas. Due to that, it is called as amphoteric metals. Now we will study how zinc metal reacts with alkali or base, that is zinc ion test. Pour 2 to 3 ml of zinc ion into the test tube. Then add few drops of sodium hydroxide into this test tube. You see white precipitate of sodium zincate is formed. This white precipitate gets soluble into the excess sodium hydroxide. You can understand that zinc metal when react with a base forms sodium zincate. It indicates that metal react with base and it completely soluble into excess sodium hydroxide. Now take another test tube with a zinc ion. Add ammonia, that is a basic in nature. Here also it forms white precipitate and that white precipitate is completely soluble into the excess ammonia. Forms colorless soluble solution. It indicates that zinc metal react with base, that is a sodium hydroxide or ammonia, and in excess form that precipitate is completely dissolved in it. See the diagram. Same reaction which you have performed, that is represented in a diagrammatic way. In test tube, zinc granules are reacting with dilute sodium hydroxide. On heating, it forms sodium zincate salt. And observe the flame where evolved hydrogen gas burns with a blue flame. It combusts completely. We will take one more reaction, that is aluminum metal, react with alkali? Sodium hydroxide alkali reacts with amphoteric aluminum metal. On shaking, rate of reaction is increased. Now you observe bubbles of hydrogen gas are formed. Sodium hydroxide react with aluminum metal, forms sodium aluminate salt and releases the hydrogen gas. This highly combustible hydrogen gas burns with a pop sound. You can see. Now remaining gas also burns with a bright flame. Just you have seen the activity that is represented in a diagram. Small pieces of aluminum foil has taken into the conical flask and pour diluted sodium hydroxide alkali in it. Then fix rubber cork with a glass tube. On shaking the flask, rate of reaction increases, that forms sodium aluminate salt and releases the hydrogen gas. It releases out through the glass tube. On combustion, it produces pop sound at the tip of it. Hence, this amphoteric aluminum metal react with acids and alkalis, forms salt and releases same hydrogen gas. Basic natured alkalis react with acidic non-metallic oxide, forms metal carbonate and water. Means alkalis absorb CO2. Acidic natured CO2 gas neutralizes the basic alkalis, forms salt and water. So this is a one type of the neutralization reaction. Let's study with the help of the example. Two molecules of sodium hydroxide are reacted with a CO2 gas when passing through this alkali solution. It forms sodium carbonate salt and water. Same way, another alkali will take as a potassium hydroxide. It also reacts with carbon dioxide gas when passing through it. It forms potassium carbonate, salt and water. So both reactions are performing the neutralization reaction. Let us discuss the uses of bases. Sodium hydroxide is also called as the caustic soda. It is strong base. It is used to manufacture the soap, paper, artificial silk, textile, medicines and chemicals. It is also used in the refining of petrol and petroleum products. Caustic soda is used as an electrolyte in alkaline batteries. Here only some of the uses are given, but it is vastly used in chemical, drug and pharmaceutical industries. One more example we'll take, that is a calcium hydroxide called as a slacked lime. It is used to prepare plaster, whitewash, so called as a chuna, which is used to paint roof of the buildings. It is also used in the preparation of bleaching powder. Students, farmers spread this basic natured chuna into the field that neutralizes the acidity of soil. It decreases the pH of soil. Same way, bleaching powder acts as a algicide, germicides. It is used for the softening of the hard water. The dissolved impurities are settled down at the bottom of it. Hence, it purifies the water. Now we will take one more example, nothing but the ammonium hydroxide. It is used to prepare nylon fibers, plastics, fertilizers and dyes. It is used as a foaming agent in fire extinguisher. It is used as a chemical reagent in a laboratory. It helps to remove grease or oily stain from the surface of any object. Now, last but not least base, that is a magnesium hydroxide. Semi-solid form of the magnesium hydroxide is a weak basic in nature that neutralizes the acidity of hydrochloric acid of the stomach. Hence, it acts as an antacid.